Priya Licht, and I am the co-founder of Admin Consulting, which I started with Daniel Mendieta. The path of least resistance for nonprofits tends to be, you have a job description and you post it to your website as a first level, or if you are particularly ambitious, you post it, to a few more job boards, and then you wait for the applications to roll in. And the trickier or the more complicated or more complex the position is, the fewer applications you get. A sourcing strategy, it is really designed to help you target particular places, be they specific job boards, a very finely honed job description, universities, and then other media venues where you can really dive in and use a lot of technology that is at your disposal, and then also your own network, to really call out the most relevant applicants. What we're looking to answer is, how do you establish compensation for a new position? So there are a lot of different sources. One of the ones that we have used a lot in the past, both in-house and with our clients, is a company called the Birches Group. They have many different surveys that they conduct. They essentially ask all these participants to answer a number of questions about what they're paying their current staff in these positions. And now they conduct these surveys for all different classifications of employees. So you have expats and third country nationals, and the data is very specific to those categories. And then of course you also have your local nationals. So if you're looking to hire a program manager in Nairobi, you would go to the Birches Kenya survey. What you would get there is positions, compensation ranges based on the levels of those jobs, and to really gain an understanding of how to map your currently open position to the positions that are in the Birches survey. You would break down all of the responsibilities. How much discretion does this person have? Are they managing people? How much technical expertise is required? How much educational background is required? How much professional experience is required? Our recommendation, especially when you're hiring people with minimal experience, is to bring them in on the lower end of the range so that they have some room to grow. You're not maxing them out right off the top. You want somebody to be in a position for at least 1 to 2 years before you promote them. But within those 1 to 2 years, to keep them motivated, you want to offer them raises. But if you bring them in when they're a new hire right at the top of the range, then there is no room for them to go. Tips for retention. It is extremely culture dependent. Depending on what country you're operating in. From a retention standpoint, aside from obviously compensation, employees all over the world are looking for career development. So they want to see some vision for their own path, as they stick with you as an employer. What are the prospects for them? And also, what are you as an employer going to provide for them so that they can continuously, hone and enhance their skills so that they can move organically through the company. A large part of it has to do with the culture that you are inculcating, not just within your headquarters, but in all of the different offices. No matter where you go, any morale or employee satisfaction survey you conduct, what keeps somebody at their employer, the number one answer, bar none, is their coworkers. Obviously the mission is very important, the type of work, and the amount of responsibility and compensation. These are all very important, but but the culture and the kinds of people you attract and have as your coworkers are big drivers for retention. And to show your candidate pool that look, we are in this for the long haul, but also for your current employees to look around and see, okay, they are building infrastructure, which means that I have some room to grow with them.